So you decided to join the military, and you've seen all these videos and you've heard all these stories about the way the military was before, where people who were religious, they were joining the military, then they got all kinds of crap, they got made fun of, and they had a terrible time in the military. So you're curious, is it going to be like that if you join the military right now? So for those of you who do not know, I've talked about this in live streams and it's on my social medias and stuff every now and then, but I am Baptist and I get questions sometimes about that, right? People are wanting to join the military and they've seen all these things about how it's more difficult, or you might get made fun of if you're a Christian, or if you're a Muslim, if you're some other kind of religion whenever you join the military, because you've heard that from stories before. And so people will ask me, did I have any troubles? Was there any kind of issue that I encountered whenever I joined the military, or even currently now in the military? And the answer is no. And so the reason I'm making this video is just to put this out there on YouTube, to put this out there for you guys to just talk about it for just a couple of minutes. So it's probably not going to be a long video. But just to let you guys know, the military is not the same as it was 20, 30, 40, 60 years ago, if you haven't heard from people who were in the military a long time ago. And one of the things that's changed like a lot in the military is EO, or equal opportunity, which is something that's really big in the military right now, which is basically not discriminating against people for, you know, their sexual orientation or their race or their religion, all these different things. We're supposed to, you know, be like okay with everything. And religion is definitely a big part of that. I never heard anybody talking bad about people who are going to the churches on Sunday in the military. And even in my experience, I've noticed that there will be people who are not religious at all, and they'll just kind of go to the chapel service, so they'll go to whatever religious service that maybe one of their friends is going to. Not that they invite them or anything, it's just because it's just something to do, and it is much more accepted in the military today than it was in the past. And I know that in the past it was way worse. My grandfather, for example, he's been on this channel before. I've talked about him in the live streams. I talked about him plenty of other times. But my grandfather has been a pastor the majority of his life. But before he was a pastor, he was in the military, and he was one of the guys who basically made fun of and beat up other religious people, other Christians and stuff like that. So that was kind of like okay back in the day. Back, you know, 60 years ago in the military, that was kind of like a normal thing. But it's not like that anymore. If you do that now, you will get kicked out of the military. You will get in a lot of trouble if you make fun of somebody for being religious, if you discriminate against people who are religious. So because of this, you know, EO change that has come about in the military, you know, you're not going to be getting made fun of if you bring your Bible to basic training. You know, obviously there might be a person, you know, that just hates religious people, and they're just like, you know, super atheists or something, and they just hate on everybody. They're going to be those kind of people randomly. They're just scattered around the world that just hate on other people's beliefs. But, you know, for the most part, you know, if you go to basic training, if you bring your religious text, your Bible, or whatever you read, then you're not going to get made fun of. But if you were to ask me, does the military have a whole bunch of Christian people in it, a whole bunch of religious people in it? Honestly, there's really not that many. You know, I'd say there's probably a smaller concentration of religious people in the military than in the civilian sector. But I would say, honestly, that as a Christian, and from my life experience, I've been treated better because of that in the military than in college. Like, college is a lot less accepting of people who are religious than the military, which is kind of crazy to think about. But in my opinion, in my experience, that's the truth. So that's it for this video. I just wanted to put my thoughts out there for you guys and just let you guys know my experience on this whole topic, and let you know what you guys can expect, which is, if you are religious, whatever religion you are, you should not expect to be getting made fun of or persecuted or whatever going into the military. Those days are over. Equal opportunity, all this stuff has basically opened up a new way in the military where it's going to be a lot more accepting, so you don't need to worry about that, guys. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you were curious about it, I hope I answered that question. So if you want to hit that like button, that would be awesome, or you can hit that subscribe button. That would be even better. If you're not following me on social media links are right here. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys later.